Hello, everybody. I've been away for a while. I'm sorry about that. I can't tell you a lot about it. Good things are happening, super good things. I'm like crazy happy. I'll tell you more when I can. Anyway, sorry I've been MIA. Hello, all the new subscribers. Hello, all the old subscribers. I think about you guys a lot. I haven't had a whole lot to say either. Like, I don't want to just make videos just to hear myself talk, you know, if I don't have something. Anyway, but I'm here because I have a thing about envy. This video is about envy and how I think it's the first big red flag to a toxic person. And I'm going to give some examples and hopefully they're helpful. First, if you don't mind, I'm going to put the link in the description box for a new channel. And it's a friend of mine. Her name is Karen, and she's super funny and super smart. And it's not about narcissism. It's about all sorts of other things, really cool life hacks and things. And her videos are funny, and you're going to love her. So if you want a bit of a break from narcissism videos and you want to learn something about anything else and have a good laugh, go check her out. I think the channel is Karen Luke, L-U-U-K, but I'll put the link in the description box for sure. So show her some love. I think you guys will like her. If you're inclined, I'd appreciate it a lot. And okay, so envy. And so I've been saying, okay, so here's what happens. When, like if you go back and watch my run-in with a female sociopath or something, like it used to be, I think for a lot of us, before we'd even go, maybe this person is a little bit toxic, they'd be all up in our lives and blowing it up and making us crazy. The more you get away from that and you set boundaries, The Gift of Fear, I'll put the link in the description box, Gavin DeBecker, read the book, it makes you an intuition ninja. You get firmer and firmer boundaries, and then pretty soon you don't have all those crazy people. So smaller incidences of weirdness pings louder than it ever did before because you're just not used to nonsense. So when you see a smidgen of it, you're like, that's no. So one of the things I've been saying, thinking for a year or so is that envy, not, oh, that'd be so great to have that, but that nasty, some people call it pathological envy, I think is easy to spot and one of the first big red flags that somebody is not in a healthy place. They may be a narcissist, they may not be, but whatever it is, they can't be gracious for other people's happiness. They get mad about it. Maybe they'll get through that, maybe they won't, but I don't want people like that around. I want people around who are happy for other people's happiness and contribute to that, even if it's something they could never have. I know people who have things in a lifestyle I will never, ever, ever be able to have, but I'm so glad that people I know and care about live that way. I'm not mad about it. So, and often these are things they didn't even deserve. They didn't get the education to have, or they haven't gone through the life cycle that you need to go through to achieve those things, right? So anyway. So what happened was, recently I've been using this product called Nail Envy, and that cinched my little experiment. So I've never had nails. Lots of us don't, right? And I work with my hands and they're in water all the time. And Toddy, is it Westbrook? West had her vitamins, and I thought, I don't take any vitamins. What the heck? I'll try them. And my nails started growing. This goes back to narcissism and envy, I swear. But they were still kind of soft, so I thought, I wonder what's out there that I could use. So I found this stuff. I did some Googling, and everybody says OPI Nail Envy is the stuff. So I did, and my nails, you can't see it. They're not long now because I actually had to cut them, which I've never done in my life. But I actually had to, I don't have any polish on them. They're ugly. But I actually had to take clippers and cut them down. They had gotten so long. So that for a little bit there, I don't know if I have any pictures. If I find one, I'll put it here. If you don't see one, that means no. They were really long and really pretty. And so I would occasionally have people say, because when you see nails like that, you think, oh, they're acrylic. So where are you getting your nails done? And I'd say, you know what? These are my nails. I just painted them. Most people were like, oh, I wish, my nails don't grow. I wish. And I'd say, me either. I took these vitamins. I did this stuff. And this is what happened. But there were a few people, sorry, I'm sweating. It's really hot here. There were a few people that had that nasty pathological envy, right? They were, oh, you must not work with your hands. You must have an easy job. Oh, I wish my nails. And when they're in that nasty little envy thing, if they'd get out of that for a nanosecond, you could actually explain to them solutions to their problems. You could say, me either, but, oh, I tried that. You know, like they just can't be, they just want to be pissed off. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to take a vitamin. They don't want to do the fingernail. I haven't been doing it for a few weeks, so the fingernail polish part, I've taken the vitamins. I only take one a day, by the way, and it still helps. Anyway, they don't want to do any of that. They just want to have the stuff you have, and they're just pissed off that you have it, and if they would just be gracious. I really believe that the reason I am not the person I was in my 20s is because I had that, maybe it's not envy, maybe that's more admiration when I'd see people go, how come that happens to you and you shrug it off and it happens to me and I rage about it and it ruins my whole day? What do you know that I don't know? Like I think seeing attributes, you're self-employed. I got a skill I could be self-employed at. How'd you make that work? You know, seeing that in a gracious way is what helped me become better and better and better. Still got a long way to go, but I'm, moving in the right direction. That nastiness just keeps them in this place where they can't even hear any real solution on how to be better. And so here's what happens. They'll set you up for it. This is my little completely anecdotal, little tiny, not qualified experiment that I've been watching over the last year or so. They set you up like this. I've had this happen to me. What'd you do on your days off? Nothing. I vegged out, watched some Netflix, did some laundry. Must be nice not to have to run around kids and all that. And I had to do all that. It's like, my kid is grown. So that's what they haven't earned the right to have their days off back to themselves. They decided to have children. Their children are still at home. My kid is grown. Some people decide not to have children. That means when they have a day off, they do whatever the heck they want to do. You didn't make those choices. You're not in that situation. You don't get to do that. That'd be like me being mad about somebody who's retired. What did you do today? Nothing. I did some gardening. Must be nice not to have to get up and go to work. Well, I imagine it will be 17 years from now when I've worked long enough to retire. But I haven't done that yet. So instead, I'd be like, that's amazing. I can't wait to get there. And hey, you got any tips on what would you do if you went back to 50? What would you do to make it easier for you to retire now? Got any advice, right? So they have it. They'll set you up for that. Maybe you're one of those people who can eat anything you want and never gain weight. I'm not one of those people. And so you go to lunch and they come back and they say, what'd you eat for lunch? You're like, oh my God, I ate 8 slices of pizza. I gained weight because I just said pizza. And, the dessert cookie things at the buffet. And they go, I wish I had to eat 4 almonds and water. That's what I had for lunch. It's something, you have no control over it. I would have loved to have had parents who sent me to college. I didn't ask to be born to the people who, So sometimes they're even mad about things you can't control. I'd like to be that tall. Well, I can't help that I didn't arrange my DNA. I, of course, am short and fat and have gained weight because I talked about food in this video. But, so sometimes people are mad and that pathological envy about things you didn't even have any control over. So teasing is okay. Like, I've had friends that I've teased or they've teased me over things. Oh, you're, like say with my nails were long, if one of my friends would have said, so, when are you going to go off and be the OPI spokesperson model, hand model? I had friends years ago that got a beautiful home in a really exclusive neighborhood, and they invited me over, and I said, where should I park? You want me to park near a neighbor that you don't like so we don't take away from your house? And they were like, actually, only new cars are allowed in this subdivision, but we'll send the chauffeur, which of course they didn't have. And I was like, oh, and shall I buy the butler a housewarming gift as well? They didn't have a butler or a chauffeur, but we were teasing at at this accomplishment that they really wanted, and it was fun. But you'll know the difference because the people who are nasty and pathologically envious, mean, will make you feel bad, and you'll start feeling like you need to defend yourself. Like, I don't have good nails either. I work with my hands. I don't have a great job. You'll feel, I can't help it. I'm tall. I'm 5'3". But like, so you'll feel like you need to apologize for the fact that you graduated college or got this new home or got this promotion or got a new car. You'll feel like, I'm sorry, I had something nice happen to me. I'm sorry I worked for something and actually achieved it and accomplished it. Where when people who love you and are genuinely not pathologically envious, they may tease you a little bit, but you'll feel amazing. You'll be like, yes, OPI, Vogue is calling daily and I'm just too busy to return their call. It'll be fun and you'll feel good about yourself. But that is maybe one of the quickest ways to see where somebody's headspace is. And if they can't be happy for other people who are happy and having wins, maybe they're just coming out of nasty relationships and codependent or whatever, or maybe they are narcissists or toxic. It doesn't matter. For me personally, I don't want those people around because they're just going to drag me down and make me feel guilty for finally having some wins in my life. I want people around. I have people who are brilliant and successful in all sorts of ways. I'm not talking about just money, who let me in their world and I can help them and they help me, and we're excited for each other, for big wins and little wins, whether my nails are growing or whether it's something amazing. Like we're happy and we're like, if with something we want, it's like, how did you do that? How did you accomplish that? Where did you learn that? What book did you read? What course did you take? How can I get some of that good mojo you got going on there? Is there anything I can learn from that? Not the whole, well, it must be nice, So I hope that helps. Watch out for that. You'll know. I know you guys have encountered this, and if you haven't, pay attention and you'll start seeing it. Because you feel bad for something either you've worked hard to accomplish or that you just got by good genetics that you had no control over. You'll feel like you need to apologize. Don't apologize for accomplishing goals, for reaching your goals, for being tall, or being able to eat pizza every day and not gain weight. Don't apologize for the good things in your life, and stay away from people who make you feel like you should. That's what I think. I hope everybody's doing well. I'd love to see comments from all you folks in there and tell me how's it going. I'm doing good. I'm doing like crazy. Oh my God, I'm so lucky good. And I hope that every single one of you watching this are too. And if you're not yet, you will. Just stay the course. Go check out Karen's channel so you can have a good laugh and learn something that's not about narcissism, because that's good too. All right, thanks everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.